First, let's go over exactly what we'll cover in this video. We'll begin by exploring what chromosomes actually are and how they store your genetic blueprint. Next, we'll look at the big picture of cell cycle and how cells prepare for division by growing and copying their DNA in preparation for mitosis. And finally, we'll take a look at the process of mitosis as one cell becomes two. Let's start with the stars of our show, chromosomes. These incredible structures reside in the command center of your cells, the nucleus. Think of chromosomes as the library books of life. Each one contains thousands of chapters called genes. These genes hold instructions for building and maintaining your body. So, what are chromosomes made of? They're molecules of DNA that have been super condensed and packaged. When you hear people talk about your DNA, they're talking about the information stored in these structures called chromosomes. Here's something cool. Your body cells have two copies of each chromosome. One set came from your mother and one set came from your father. That's why you might have your mother's hair color but your father's height. In humans, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes, making a total of 46 chromosomes in all of our cells except in gametes, which we'll cover in a later episode. That's your genetic blueprint, the complete set of instructions for making you, you. Now let's talk about cell cycle, the life story of a cell from birth to division. Your body is made up of trillions of cells, but you started as just one cell, a fertilized egg. How did one cell become trillions? Through the process of cell cycle and mitosis. The cell cycle allows for three important things: growth, replacement, and repair. It helps you get bigger as you develop, it swaps out old and damaged cells with fresh new ones, and it heals wounds by creating new cells. The most dramatic part of the cell cycle is mitosis, the actual division of one cell into two identical cells. And each new cell created through mitosis contains the exact same genetic information as the parent cell. Before a cell can divide, it needs to prepare, just like you might prepare for a big trip. This preparation happens in two main stages: growth and DNA replication. First, the cell grows larger. It also makes more cellular machinery like ribosomes and mitochondria, the power plants of the cell. The cell essentially doubles its content, so it has enough to share between two future cells. Second comes one of the most amazing processes in biology: DNA replication. During this process, the cell makes a complete copy of all its DNA. Remember those 46 chromosomes? Every single one gets duplicated. The result is two identical copies of the original DNA. These aren't actually new chromosomes. Each X is really one chromosome that's been copied. At this point, the cell has copied all its genetic material and is ready for the main event: mitosis. Let's break it down step by step. First, those X-shaped chromosomes line up perfectly at the center of the cell. This alignment is crucial for making sure each new cell gets exactly the right chromosomes. Next, tiny fibers called spindle fibers attach to each chromosome. These fibers are like ropes that will pull the chromosomes apart. The spindle fibers contract, pulling the sister chromatids in opposite directions. The chromosomes split, and what were two arms of each X-shaped chromosomes are pulled apart. Once the chromosomes reach the poles of the cell, new nuclear membranes form around each set, forming two new nuclei. Finally, the cytoplasm and the cell membrane divide. The end result: two daughter cells that are genetically identical to the original parent cell. Join us for our next episode, where we will explore stem cells, including what they are and how they can be used in the world of healthcare.